Hey everyone, welcome back to our third ME-VST live presentation. My name is Michael, and I'm one of the developers for this operating system simulation game. For months since the last update, we have been working a lot to bring you some new exciting features and content, and it looks like it's finally time to show it all off. For those of you watching after this stream, you can view these timestamps to see what we will show off at which time. We suggest you watch the whole presentation though, as there's a lot of really neat things for all of these topics. Before we start, just a reminder that the footage and features you see might drastically change and improve in the future, if you are watching this a long time after the upload date. That being said, let's start off with a quick update to ME-VST's marble racing game, Gon Ball Rally. Welcome back to Gon Ball Rally. For those who are new to the game, this is a marble racer with all kinds of fun obstacles and levels to complete as fast as you can. After receiving feedback from various testers, we have made the movement of the ball much more responsive to player input. This makes stopping at high speeds much easier as well as turning. While we continue to improve Gon Ball Rally, we hope to be working on the second world, Hazelands, very soon. But that's all for this quick update. Let's take a look at what's new in Keyccordion Dawn. Once again, we have added a ton of fun new songs to Keyccordion Dawn, the 10-button rhythm game for ME-VST. The song you are listening to right now is one that we have shown before and is a new track in this update. However, we have 5 more that you haven't seen announced just yet. This update has the biggest amount of songs added to Keyccordion yet, a whole 6 new tracks. These range from 3 to 5-star difficulties, with Hyochan being currently the most difficult song in the game. Don't worry however, with the 5-button modes being introduced in the last update, even the hardest songs can be enjoyed with less going on, where hands can be practiced individually before taking on the song with both hands at once. We also added a practice mode that allows you to slow down the song at any point or seek a specific position in the song as well. Not only that, but you can enable autoplay to see how the song would be played out by the CPU. We added these tools to hopefully let players ease into playing certain songs in more accessible ways at their own pace. With these additions, Keyccordion Dawn now has a total of 18 songs, and we definitely want to add much more. In fact, some are currently in the works. So stay tuned to see what songs arrive next time. Jump Wars has been getting a lot of attention and development since the last update. For those who are new to ME-VST, Jump Wars is our platform fighter with many different characters who each have 2 unique moves, as well as the ability to stomp on each other's heads. This update we have made a lot of improvements and fixes for various parts of the game. However, we have also added quite a handful of new things to the game. Let's take a look.
Big snake. No, big snake.
We have added twice the amount of new characters since the last update. A whole 12 new faces are coming to Jump Wars. All these characters are pretty unique and add much more gameplay variety to the roster. With their addition, we now have a total of 28 characters to choose from, with much more to come in future updates. You may have also noticed the new stage, Pre-OS. It's meant to resemble what ME-OS might have looked like if it was made in the late 90s or early 2000s, with windows and temporary error boxes you can jump on top of. It's actually a great way to introduce one of our newest Jump Wars features, which is character compatibility. The game now allows for much more interactions between characters and stages, allowing for a much more fun experience. For example, in this stage, error boxes will appear with random images of characters currently playing on the stage. Certain characters also have voice lines that are specific to each other where applicable in the event of a KO, getting damaged, and so on. We also made a lot of improvements and fixes in this update based on player feedback. One of the biggest improvements is better jump height variability, which, no surprise, is a very big deal in a game called Jump Wars. Another improvement was adding hit stun, which freezes the character temporarily upon damage to prevent strange interactions as well as make hits feel more impactful. Along with those changes came many other fixes as well. A lot of work was more under the hood this time around, but we hope that the 12 new characters, new stage, and tons of new improvements will be enough to get you all excited for now. Catch the next Jump Wars update in the next ME-OS Live, where hopefully we'll have even more great stuff to show. Welcome to Portal Dreams. This is a game we have shown a little bit in the past, but not in much detail. It is still very much in construction, but we thought we'd give it a proper introduction. In this game, your task is to explore strange dreamlike worlds and collect different items for fun use or for practical use. You can also discover secrets, go through puzzles, play with your friends, or just find a nice and relaxing spot and enjoy yourself. This game doesn't have an ultimate end goal or a right way to play, so you can really do whatever you want. Since this is still very much a work in progress and there aren't much items to collect just yet, we would like to show you the portal shot item as an example. Using this item will create portals that not only can you see through, but you can pass yourself and objects through as well. This is not only practically useful for getting around quicker or solving puzzles, but it can also cause some funny interactions and activity. We will be adding much more items like this soon, as well as expanding the worlds you can currently play in. Struct is a game we wanted to get an update on for a while, and finally we got one. For those who don't know, Struct is a ME-OS level builder, and currently only comes with the Guppy's Quest builder. In this update, we finally got around to adding the ability to switch packs, allowing for much more tiles, enemies, entities, and more to be placed around the level. In this case, we added the old Sunset Hill level pack to the Guppy's Quest builder, which features ancient assets from a very early version of Guppy's Quest from around 2015. It's not the prettiest, but it might hit some with nostalgia if they've been around for a while. We will add much more varied packs in the future, but for now we hope you enjoy this fun addition. For a while, we wanted to make some windowed games for ME-OS, and now we got one. Weshrel Sweep is a new mine clearing game in which you have to uncover all the tiles that aren't mines. If you uncover a mine, you lose. The game comes with 3 difficulties and can even swap themes. More themes will come in the future, but for now you can enjoy the bubbly default theme or the very classic looking mines theme. This game was a pretty big milestone for the ME-OS framework, as it made extensive use of the message box system introduced in the last update, as well as the new window framework added in this update. It's a simple game, but we hope you enjoy. Last update, we didn't really have enough time to make a proper launcher for Zelomedia Splash games, but now it's here. For a quick recap, Zelomedia Splash is a collection of small games that spoof or have the same feeling as older web games from the early 2000s. While there aren't many games in the launcher just yet, we implemented a search and categorization system that will help users find the game they'd like to play much easier in the future once more games are added. As you might have already seen, we did add a new game to Zelomedia Splash this update called Ice and Fire Tower Defense. In this strategy game, you have to think fast and deploy units to try to take down the opposing team. You can play as either team, where the Ice team prioritizes defense, while the Fire team prioritizes offense. Upgrade your fort, buy turrets, summon helpers, and fight your way to victory in this friendly wintertime battle. That's all we have for Zelomedia Splash for now. Tune in next live for more small games to play. We're about to show you more ME-OS updates in just a moment, but I'd like to hand it to my code developer Emily for the next part.
Hi everyone, I'll take it from here. Let's jump right into the newest updates we can see from the ME-OS desktop. The ME-OS desktop got a ton of behind-the-scenes framework upgrades this update, which are all very important for current and future changes. While it would be hard to show them all, I can start off by showing some examples. Let's start with the image viewer. We finally have a dedicated window app to view images stored in the OS, or even on external locations. It has all basic image viewer functions, such as zooming and panning, but also allows you to open tabs of all active images you currently have open. The window is also resizable, which is a new feature for windowed applications in the OS. Windowed applications were one of the major focuses for this update in preparation for future editions, adapting existing apps such as the File Surfer or ME-Mini into the new framework. These changes allowed for doing things such as dynamically adding applications to the taskbar. We can see an example of this with the new Mandelbrot X application, introduced in this update. It's not pinned to the taskbar by default, but by opening it, it appears as a window you can access from there until the application is closed. Speaking of this app, Mandelbrot X is a simple but very cool Explorer program for the Mandelbrot Fractal, where you can zoom into different areas, pan, and rotate to get different interesting views. Furthermore, you can change gradients, color animations, and more. Something else you might have already seen us tease is the ability to chat using the chat field on the taskbar. Opening the chat box will allow you to view message history in your current online lobby, as well as send new messages. Messages can be formatted to be bold, colored, or even have emotes in them. This feature is very useful when you don't want to have to switch back and forth from a messaging application when playing ME-OS, as now you can do it all in one simple solution. Quickly focusing back on the window framework, we have implemented focus switching, which was a highly anticipated feature for better UX. Here, you can see me switching between the File Surfer and ME-Mini, which by the way, now has over 200 songs. We actually added a lot of songs this update from the amazing composer Hyochan, some of which you may have already heard during this presentation. Thank you very much Hyochan for letting us use your awesome music. There are many other changes and features added this update to the window framework that you can read about in our changelog if you'd like, including things like the F1 key triggering help boxes for windowed applications, or the terminal staying persistent for easier debugging. We also added a ton of backgrounds ranging from pictures of a solar eclipse, to Mediterranean cities, and even to some familiar locations. But for now, let's move on to something a little bit more colorful. Welcome back to Lum Paint, the paint application for ME-OS. We have a few updates for this program this time, but they're very big improvements. One of the important things changed this update is that the brush is way more optimized, stuttering less, and preventing gaps in certain weird but now treatable situations. Furthermore, we added more brush types. Before, we only had the square brush. Now we have a circle brush and a spray brush as well. More brush shapes will be added in the future. But for now, these new brushes already add a much bigger variety of drawing options to play with. Sometime last year, we introduced ME-VST, the MIDI-compatible instrument for MeOS. We have added a lot of fun features to it this update. First off, you can now play it online with friends, meaning you can perform duets, as well as play for each other to your heart's content. A visual piano key set now appears at the bottom of the window, which shows which keys are currently held. What's even cooler though, is that now we added banks. No longer are you limited to just 128 instruments. Now you have the choice of flipping through whole packs of instruments as well. Besides the default 128 instruments that were already available, we added a bank with classic-sounding MIDI instrument samples, as well as another bank full of retro 16-bit FM goodness. Can't pick what instrument you want? No problem. Use the new random button to flip to a random instrument in your current bank. In addition to optimizing the amount of samples that can be played at the same time and making the playback cleaner, we also added the ability for MIDI instruments to send percussion to the app. Now you can have all sorts of fun percussive instruments playing along to your melodies.
Yet again, we have managed to make a ton of content for MeOS since our last update in October, but we still have so much more we want to add. So what will we be focusing on?
We still want to focus some more on 3D games in MeOS, as we mentioned last time. This is why games like Keyccordion Dawn got some interesting 3D scenery in the song scenes, and why Portal Dreams got a lot of new modeling done. We have also been working on some other things that we can't show off yet, that have been using a lot of modeling as well.
However, while we continue to work on 3D games in MeOS, most likely our next update will have a bigger focus on user experience and cleanup. If you're wondering why, it's because we're hoping that our next update will come out with a public demo. While the full game as is won't be playable in the demo, we'll make sure there's a lot of things to try out.
However, in order for that to happen, we will have to clean up a lot of things and improve the user experience to make the demo as smooth to play as possible. So if you're interested, make sure to stay tuned and join our Discord for frequent news and updates.
We still want to add some fun things to the next update, however, which is why we will likely be releasing a handful of Jump Force characters as well as new Keyccordion Dawn songs. We were also hoping to maybe even squeeze in the second playable world for Gon Ball Rally, so let's see how that goes.
Some Zelomedia Splash games are also likely to be featured in the next update, as we have some small and fun ideas that we think you will enjoy.
Another thing we want to do for next update if we have a chance is some further work on Portal Dreams, as we really want to show off more of the potential this game really has. We'll have to see, as we don't want to keep you waiting too long for the next MeOS Live.
Every presentation we have done so far added a lot of content each time. Sometimes it feels like the updates are getting bigger and bigger too. We can't believe how far this game has come since 2018, and we are really hoping to have an opportunity to crowdfund it soon. However, we will really need some help to get the word of the game out to others. So if you like what you see, please share it around with your friends so we can get more people aboard the MeOS train.
We could not have come all this way without the people that have helped us on our journey so far. We'd like to give a big thank you to our beta testers who are always around to give feedback and suggestions, as well as the members of our community. Your input is priceless to us, and the excitement you show towards our game not only means a whole lot, but really helps us push through the work we have to do and gives us a ton of motivation.
We would also like to say a huge thank you to all of the creative people and developers that have helped us with this update, including Felix, F777, Hyochan, Jeremy and Elisa, Sky, Thomas, and Skazer. We can't express how thankful we are for your help.
Just like last time, a lot of additions weren't shown or mentioned in this presentation, but you can always check the full notes on the updates in this release's changelog. If there's any music you heard that you like in this presentation, it's likely that you can find it either on the OctoNote YouTube channel or Hyochan's YouTube channel. Both will be linked in the description. We're both already on our way with the next update, so if you'd like to view frequent updates or chat with us about the game, we really encourage you to join the ME-OS Discord server as well. For now, I think we'll end it here though.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next ME-OS Live. Bye!